Question 1a is as follows. Solve the equation y plus 4 open bracket y minus 3 is equal to 3y. Okay, solve the equation y plus 4y, y plus 4 open bracket y minus 3 close bracket is equal to 3y. So the first step I'm going to...
Question 1b, divide 11011 in base 2 by 101 in base 2, giving your answer in base 2. Divide 11011 into base 2 by 101 to base 2, giving your answer in base 2. So we are going to light a frame. Then we are going to light 11011. Then again we light the number which we are dividing by this number, which is 101. Then we are going to ask ourselves, is 101, does 101 go into 1? No. Does 101 go into 11? No. Does 101 go into 110? Yes. How many times 1? So we are going to write 1 on top. Then we say 1 multiplied by 101 to be 101. Then we write down here 101. Then we say 0. Then we minus the number which has been multiplied by this number. So we're going to say 0 minus 1. It can't. So we're going to borrow from this one. Then it will become 2 because it is in base 2. Then we say 2 minus 1. It will be 1. Then 0 minus 0 to be 0. 1 minus 1 to be 0. So then we are going to ask ourselves, the answer is 1. So we're going to say 101. 101, does 101 go into 1? No. So we're going to drop 1 here down. So we're going to write it here. It will be 1 1. Then we ask again ourselves, does 101 go into 11? No. So we're going to write 0 on top because 101 does not go there. So it does not have any numerator. So we write 0 here. Then we drop again 1. Then it becomes 1 1 1. Then we ask ourselves, does 101 go into 1 1? Yes. How many times? 1. We write 1 here. Then we say 1 multiplied by 101. It will be 101. Then we say 1 1 minus 101 to be 11. 1 minus 1 to be 0. Then again 1 minus 0 to be 1. Then 1 minus 1 to be 0. So again the answer to be 1 0. So we're going to drop again 1 here. First we ask ourselves, does 101 go into 10? No. So we're going to drop 1 here. Then we say, does 101 go into 101? Yes. How many times? 1. We're going to write 1 on top. Then we say 1 multiplied by 101 to be 101. Then we say 101 minus 101. Then we're going to say 1 minus 1 to be 0. 0 minus 0 to be 0. 1 minus 1 to be 0. So we are going to end here because it has given us 0 0. So the answer will be the one which we have found on top, which will be 1011 in base 2.
Question 1c is as follows. The tax-free allowance for a particular employee is 4,000 kwacha, and he pays income tax at the rate of 25% on the balance of his salary. Calculate his net pay if he receives a salary of 4,800 per month. Okay, the tax-free allowance for a particular employee is 4,000 kwacha, and he pays income tax at the rate of 25% on the balance of his salary. Calculate his net pay if he receives a salary of 4,800 per month. Okay, so what we're going to do now, first we need to come up with the expression that is going to help us to find the answer. Okay, first what we're going to do is we're going to calculate we're going to come up with a formula which is net pay is equal to tax-free allowance plus taxed allowance. Okay, so this one can also be tax-free salary plus taxed salary. Okay, so the amount we are told that they don't deduct tax from it is 4,000. That is the threshold that is 4,000. So we're going to write 4,000 plus open bracket. Okay, we are going to say open bracket tax-free allowance, that is coming from 800. Since they are saying each salary is 4,800, that means they only deduct tax of 25% from 800. So what we're going to do is we're going to say open bracket 800 kwacha minus open bracket 800 times 25% or times 25 over 100. Okay, so once we've done this, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to write 4,000 in advance. We're going to write 4,000, then we say 4,000 plus open bracket 800 kwacha, then we evaluate this which is inside, the ones I've circled there. So we evaluate 800 kwacha times 25% over 100, or times 25 over 100. So what we're going to do is we're going to cancel the 0 which are down here from 100 and the zeros from 800. There are 2 zeros and down there are 2 zeros, so we can cancel them, these two out, so that we remain with 8 times 25. That's what we're going to write. Okay, 8 times 25. Remember, we haven't finished dealing with the numbers in brackets. That means we just concentrate on the numbers in brackets until we get rid of brackets. So we're going to write 4,000 kwacha plus, and then we say 8, we say plus open bracket 800 kwacha, then we say 8 times 25 will give us 200, then we say minus 200, like that. Okay, once we've done that, then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to write 4,000 kwacha like that. Then we evaluate 800 minus 200. 800 kwacha minus 200 kwacha will give us 600. So we're going to have 4,000 plus 600. Then we evaluate 4,000 plus 600, which will give us 4,600 kwacha. So 4,600 kwacha is the net pay or net salary that this person, this employee went with home. Okay, so this is the money the employee got as a net pay, 4,600. If you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, question 1D is as follows. The following figure is a solid cylinder of radius 7 cm and height of 12 cm. So we are talking about this here, the one which is here is the one we're talking about. So that is a solid cylinder. Then the question, the actual question which is here, okay, we are asked to calculate the volume. We are asked to calculate the volume. So to calculate the volume, we're going to use the formula which is volume is equal to pi times radius squared times h. So this is the formula. Okay, so we are told that we take pi to be 22 over 7. So we're going to have 22 over 7 times, now remember r, it's r squared, so we open bracket and we say the radius is 7 cm, which is here. I hope you can see the 7 cm, which is here. That's the radius. So we say 7 cm then cross bracket squared times h, which is 12 cm. Okay, now once we have done this, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to first expand this one, this expression here, 7 cm squared. So what we'll do, we're going to write 22. We're going to write 22 over 7 times, then we expand this, that will become 7 cm times 7 cm. Okay, then times 12 cm times 12 cm,
Okay, now once we have done that, then you can see that we are able now to see that this 7, the denominator here, the 7 which is the denominator here, can be cancelled with any 7 here on top. Okay, so I'm going to use this 7 to cancel this one out. I've just chosen, I can even use this one, but I've chosen that one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is now I'm going to say this 7 and this 7 will cancel each other out, leaving us with 1 here as well as with 1 centimeter here. Okay, then what we're going to do now here is we're going to ask ourselves, how many times can this one go into 22? We can say to go 22 times. Okay, or like 22 divided by 1 will give us 22. 22 times 7 centimeter will give us 22 times 7 centimeter will give us 154 centimeter. 22 times 7 centimeter will give us 154 centimeter. Then times 1 centimeter times 12 centimeter will give us 12 centimeter squared. Okay. I hope we are not lost. You are following me clear? Okay, now once we have done that, then we can multiply 154 times 12 centimeter. 154 centimeter times 12 centimeter squared. Okay, so when we multiply this one, 154 times 12 centimeter squared, it's going to give us 1,000. It's going to give us 1,848 centimeter cubic. Okay, 1,848 centimeter cubic. This is the volume of the cylinder. 1,048 centimeter cubic is the volume of the solid cylinder. So question 2a is as follows. Given that x is equal to 3, 4, negative 2, negative 5, and y is equal to 1, 2, 2, negative 1, find xy. Okay, so for us to find the value of xy, we're going to write this expression given, which is here. Okay, then once we write it, then we forge ahead and find the answer. Okay, we say xy is equal to, so we are going to open the brackets, then we copy the first matrix, which is x. So we're going to say 3, it's here, 3 over 4, then negative 2, negative 5, cross bracket, open bracket, then we have 1, 2, that is the y matrix, then we have 2, negative 1, then cross bracket, then we say equal to. What we're going to do now here, we're going to open a bigger matrix. Okay, then what you should understand that when multiplying matrices, we're going to multiply the row by the columns. Okay, so first I'll start by multiplying this row by this column, then later on I'll multiply this row by that column. Okay, so I'll be showing you every step I'm taking when multiplying, so just be with me. So next I'm going to open small bracket there inside, then I'm going to multiply 3 by 1, so we're going to have 3 times 1, close bracket, then negative 2, we say plus, open bracket, negative 2 multiplied by 2, close bracket. Then once we've done that, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to multiply this row by this column. Since we are done multiplying by the first column, so we're going to multiply by second column. So the same row multiplied by the second column of matrix Y. So we're going to have something like open bracket, then we say 3 multiplied by 2, cross bracket, plus negative 2 multiplied by -1. Okay, like that. Then when we do that, now we are done multiplying the y matrix by the first law of the matrix X. So we come to the second law. We will do the same thing. We will multiply the second law of matrix Y by all the columns, or by the all elements in the column. So we start with open bracket, then we say open bracket 4 times 1 close bracket plus, then 5 times -5, open bracket -5 times -5 times 2. Very good. -5 times 2. Then we are done there. We open bracket here. We say 4 times 2. We say 4 times 2 close bracket plus, then negative open bracket -5 times -1 close bracket. Okay, if you have got questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comment section. But this is what you do. Then later on, you close the entire matrix, the bigger matrix. Then you say equal to, then we are going to say open bracket 3 times 1. So I'm talking about this 3 times 1 here, which will give us 3. So we're going to have 3. Then again, -2 times 2. So we're going to have -2 times 2, which we are going to have plus -2 times 2 give us -4 close bracket. Then we go ahead, we come here where it's 3, so open brackets, then we multiply this one again. We say 3 times 2 will give us 6. Okay, 3 times 2 will give us 6. Okay, then we say -2 times -1 will give us +2 close bracket. Then we come down, we say 4 times 1 will give us 4 plus -5 times 2 will give us -10. Okay, then we close bracket like that. We put all those in brackets. Then we come here, we say 4 times 2 will give us 8, then plus -5 times -1 will give us -5, will give us +5. -5 times -1 will give us +5. Then we close bracket like that. Okay, then we say equal to, then we open bracket, we find the final matrix. So 3 plus -4. Now we know that the signs are different. That means we're going to take the sign of the bigger number. So which number is bigger between 3 and 4? We know that 4 is bigger and 4 is a negative, so we're going to put a negative. 4 minus 3 will give us 1. Then will give us -1 now there. Then we say 6 plus 2 will give us 8. Then 4 plus -10, so which one is bigger? That is 10 is bigger than 4, so we maintain the sign of the bigger number, which is 10. Then 10 minus 4 will give us 6. Then we say 8 plus 5 will give us 13. Then we close bracket, and this is the final answer. Okay, if you have got questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comment section. Otherwise, those are the correct answers.
Question 2b is multiply 114 in base 5 by 23 in base 5, giving your answer in base 5. Multiply 114 in base 5 by 23 in base 5, giving your answer in base 5. So we are going to write 114. Then we write 3 down here where there is 4. Then 2 down where there is 1. Then we say multiply by, then we put line down here. Then we are going to indicate also the numbers. The numbers are in base 5, so we put 5 there, or there where there is 1 1 5. Down here we put 5. Again on 2 3 we put 5 down here. Then we write a line. Then we're going to say 4 multiplied by 3 to be 12. Then we ask ourselves, so we're going to say 5 into 12 goes 2 times, remainder 2. So we're going to write 2 down here, write 2. Then we say 3 multiplied by 1 to be 3 plus 2. The one which 5 has gone into 12, then to be 5. Then we say 5 plus 5 into 5 to go 1 time, remainder 0. We write 0 here. Then we say 3 multiplied by 1 to be 3 plus the 1 to be 4. Then we say, we start with 0 again here, write 0. Then we say 2 multiplied by 4 to be 8. 5 into 8, it goes 1 time, remainder 3. We write 3 here. Then we say again 2 multiplied by 1 to be 2 multiplied by 1 to be 2 plus 1, it will be 3. Then we say 2 multiplied by 1 to be 2. We write 2 here. Then we say, we put a line here, then we add. We say 2 plus 0 to be 2. 0 plus 3, it will be 3. 4 plus 3 to be 7. So 7 is greater than 5. So we say 5 into 7 goes 1 time, remainder 2. We write 2 here. Then we say 0 plus 2 to be 2 plus 1 to be 3. So the answer will be 3 2 3 2 in base 5.
Okay, we come to question 2C. Question 2C is as follows. Use geometrical instrument to construct triangle DEF in which DE is equal to 7 cm, DF is equal to 5 cm, and EF is equal to 6 cm. Okay, so what we can do now is, first of all, you can come up with this diagram first by drawing the line which is 7 cm, which is DE. Okay, so we're going to draw a line that is 7 cm. Okay, now since there is a bit of an extension, let me try. Okay, now here I've started on a point. You make sure you start on a point and end on a point. Okay, now once I've drawn this line, I'm going to name it as DE. So I'm going to write DE here, and here I'm going to write E. Okay, I'm sure you're aware that this is D, not B. Okay, so okay, that is D. Now once I've done that, the next thing is I want to construct or to come up with a line which is DF, that is 5 cm. So for me to make sure that I'll come up with the actual line, I'm going to get my compass, put it on the ruler, put it on the ruler, and then measure 5 centimeter. So where there is 5, it's here, so that's where I'll put my pencil, on 5 centimeter. So you need to make sure that your measurements are very accurate. If they are not, that means you may end up getting wrong answers. So you make sure as you are measuring, you make sure that it is on the actual point. Okay, then at least I have that. Remember, I'm using, and you can see the reading here, it's saying 5 centimeter. That means I've got the exact 5 centimeter. So now next I make sure that I put the metal pointer here at the exact end. Then I move this and then I draw a line. Okay, once I've done that, that means now I've drawn the point for 5 centimeter. Then next we are told to say the other line, which is EF, is equal to 6 centimeter. Then again I'm going to bring my compass here on the ruler and measure 6 centimeter. So I'm going to stretch the line like that, or the compass up to 6. Now once I've done that, then I'm going to get this. Let me first swipe it. Okay, I'm going to do it like this. Now you can see that on my leading here on the compass, on the metal side, there it's written 6 centimeter. Okay, that is how it should be. That means I've taken the actual measurement. So for you, all you need to do is just tighten your compass, and then you just be careful as you are raising your compass and moving your compass. You just be careful. Okay, I draw the arc again here. Okay, so now I've drawn the arc there, and that point it should be called F. Okay, where these two lines will meet should be called F. And then I'm going to join now the lines. Okay, then once I've drawn like that, then I should bring the other point here. And before I go anywhere, we can try to measure this to make sure that our line, so from here, this point up to there, how many, you can see that it is on 5 centimeter. That means our drawing are okay. Then we come to this side. Okay, so even if we try to measure, let's see to measure if we are going to get 6 centimeter, you can see we have got 6 centimeter. So the length of FE is also, or EF, that is also 6 centimeter. That means our construction is very okay. Okay, so as you can see on the other side here, as I measured, we had 5 centimeter this side. We measured and we found that it was 5 centimeter. Again here, after I've measured, I've found that it's 5 centimeter. Okay, then down here we drew a line of length of 7 centimeter. Okay, so now I'm going to delete, I'm going to lab this because I don't want this information to distract us as we do our work. That's why I'm going to remove this. Okay, now once we have done this, the next point is the next question is measure and write angle DFE. Angle DFE. So the angle we want to know the distance, the angle we want to know the distance is this angle here. Oh, sorry, the angle we want to know the size is this angle. You want to put the arc of the red arc. That's the angle we want to find, this one here. Okay, so how do we do this? How do we measure the angle of this? So what we're going to do, we're going to get the protractor. Okay, once we get the protractor, okay, we'll make sure that we turn it properly. So we are going to use this line here. Okay, I'll try to be as accurate as possible. Okay, although it's very difficult for me to attain this the accuracy very well, but this is the exact thing that I've done. So you can see that is, so now when we look at the protractor, we should take note of the leadings from these on top. We have 10, 20, starting from the left going to the right, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Now in between 70, that should be 77 degrees. Okay, 77 degrees, that is the measurement I can see on that line. That is 77 degrees. It's closer to 80, but it's not on exact 80 degrees. So when they have told us to measure the degrees, so we can say this is 77 degrees. Okay, so this is 77 degrees, and here we can say this is 77 degrees. Okay, now I want to do away with the writing numbers here, because our construction will be done here, so it will be very difficult for me, as I'm going to be writing bigger numbers. That can be a challenge. So now we have found the size of the angle DEF. DEF is equal to 77 degrees. So now next, what do we do? Okay, so what we do next is, now we go to question number 3, C3, which is construct a perpendicular line from F to meet DE at G. Okay, construct a perpendicular line from F to meet DE at G. Okay, so the line that we're going to draw will meet this line here. It's going to meet this line here, down here. This line here is the one that is going to be made. Okay, so what we can do now is, let's start constructing the same. So to construct the perpendicular line, what we're going to do is, I'm going to reduce this to 1 centimeter. Okay, oh, that's 1.1, but doesn't matter, as long as it's close to 1 centimeter, it's also fine. Then I don't know, okay, I don't know if it's not going to affect my measuring. Okay, then when I do this, it's going up like that. Okay, let it be. Then I'm going to draw the arc here, which is going to come down like this. Okay, then again I'm going to lift this and then swipe again. Then I'm going to draw the arc down here like this. Okay, once I've done this, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the compass here on these points, right? Exactly where these arcs are crossing the lines. So I'll start with the line DF. So I'm going to stretch this up to here. Okay, then I'm going to draw the arc like this. Then I'm going to shift this and bring it here, while maintaining the same measurement, which is 4.9 centimeter. Then I'm going to do like this. Let me just do a bit like this. Then I'm going to draw a line like that, and then I'm going to lift it like that, then bring it here. Okay, now once I've done that, the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw a line here. So I'm going to use my ruler like the way okay. Now the next question is asking us, we have drawn the line and then we should name this point as what we are told, construct a perpendicular line from F to meet DE at G. So this point we are going to call it G. Okay, this is G, where it has made the DE line. Okay, now once we have done this, the next point is measure and write the length of FG. So this same line we have constructed, the perpendicular line we have constructed, we measure it and we write the measurement. Okay, so we make sure we put 0 at top there, and then we measure that line. Okay, let me use this side. Okay, 0 there, then we measure, and that line should be 4.3. okay, that line is 4.3. the length of that line is 4.3 centimeter. Okay, 4.3 centimeter. I have to put also the units, because if I don't, then it can be kilometers, can be millimeters, so I have to make sure that I put the points. Okay, so basically this is how you are supposed to answer the question, and this is the diagram that you are supposed to submit. Okay, if you have got questions, please you can ask in the comment section. Where maybe I lost you in my explanation, please don't hesitate to ask in the comment section. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and if you are together up to now, I encourage you to finish the entire video. watch the entire video, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and share this video with others. Remember, sharing is caring.
Question 3a was as follows. A bag contains 3 black and 9 blue pens of the same type. A pen is picked at random from the bag. What is the probability of picking a blue pen? Okay, the question is, a bag contains 3 black and 9 blue pens of the same type. A pen is picked at random from the bag. What is the probability of picking a blue pen? Okay, so to find the answer for this one, what we need to do is first, we are going to come up with the formula, which is probability of picking blue pen is equal to number of blue pens over the total number of pens in the bag. Okay, so first of all, we know that the number of blue pens there are 9. Okay, we write 9 there. Okay, then we say over the total number of pens we don't know. So to find the total number of pens, we're going to find the sum of black pens and the blue pens. So black pens there are 3 and the blue pens there are 9. So 3 plus 9 will give us 12. So now we have 9 over 12. That's the total number of pens in the bag. So once we have found that, definitely that will be the probability, but as you can see, we can still reduce that probability into its lowest term. So we divide 9 by 3 and also 12 by 3, because that is the common number that can go into 9 and 12. So that will be the common factor. Okay, so we say 9 divided by 3 will give us 3. 12 divided by 3 will give us 4. So the probability of picking the blue pen is 3 over 4.
Question 3b is calculate the number of sides of a polygon whose sum of interior angles is 3600 degrees. Calculate the number of sides of a polygon whose sum of interior angles is 3600 degrees. So we are going to write the formula, which is sum of interior angles is equals to open bracket n minus 2 close, then we write 180 degrees. Then in the question they have given us sum of interior angle, so we're going to write 3600 then degree equal to, then you multiply 180 by this, so I'm going to say 180 multiplied by n to be 180 degree n, then we say negative 2 multiplied by 180 degree to be negative 360 degree. Then we collect like terms, which will be 3600 plus 360, because it closed the equal sign, so it will change sign, which will be positive, negative, then it will become positive. Then we say 3600 plus 360 equals to 180 degree n. Then we add this, which is 3600 plus 360, which will give us 3960 equals to 180 n. Then we say we want to remain with n, so we're going to write down here, we say divide by 180. Also this side we write over 180. Then we cancel 180 and 180. Then n will be equal to, we say how many times does 180 go into 3960? So first we are going to cancel 0 so that it can be easy for us to find that. So on top we are remaining with 396, down here we are remaining with 8, so 18. Then we are going to say 18 into 396, we are going to say 18 into 39 to be 2, it goes 2 times remainder 3, so we're going to write 3 here on 6, then it will become 36. Then we say 18 into 36, it goes 2. So the number of sides of a polygon is 22 sides. So the number of sides of the polygon is 22 sides.
We come to question 3C. On a particular day, the exchange rate between the British pound and the Zambian kwacha was 1 pound to 26 kwacha 50 ngwe. How many pounds would be exchanged for 10,600 kwacha? On a particular day, the exchange rate between the British pound and the Zambian kwacha was 1 pound is equal to 26 kwacha 50 ngwe. How many pounds would be exchanged for 10,600? Okay, so the formula we're going to use is pounds is equal to the amount divided by exchange rate. Okay, so where there is amount, we're going to put 10,600 kwacha divided by 26 kwacha 50 ngwe. So when we divide that, it's going to give us 400 pounds. When we divide 10,600 by 26 kwacha 50 ngwe will give us 400 pounds. So that will be the money in pounds. That will be 400 pounds.
Okay, question 3D is as follows. The diagram shows a triangular prism in which angle EYD is equal to 90 degrees, DE is equal to 10 centimeter, BC is equal to 4 centimeter, CD is equal to 20 centimeter, and EY is equal to 8 centimeter. Okay, so what you need to do is take time, study the diagram, and then once you are done, then calculate the total surface area of the prism. Okay, that is the actual question, which is asking us to calculate the total surface area of the prism. Okay, I hope we have studied the diagram. Now we can go straight into answering the question. Okay, so let me just zoom the picture and put it somewhere here. Okay, I hope you have understood the question, and if you haven't understood the question, please you can also refer back to you can rewind a bit and then look at the question until you fully understand the question. Okay, so now once we have done this, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to come up with a formula that we're going to use to help us to find the total surface area of this triangular prism. So the formula for total surface area we are going to use is we're going to write this formula, which is total surface area is equal to, then we start now finding the area. So first we focus on this area, okay, the triangular area, that is that side. Okay, so that we are going to call that triangle as ABC. So we say plus C. So we say triangle ABC, the area of triangle ABC plus, then we focus on this area. Okay, this area we call it as area ACD, ACDE. Okay, then plus, okay, then we focus on this area, that is this other side, the triangle, which is this other side. Then that triangle we call it DEF. Okay, we call it DEF plus DEF, then plus, then we focus on this area, this surface area. Okay, this surface area we'll call it A, B, E, F. Okay, then ABF, then we remain with the last surface area. This is the surface area, the base. So this one we're going to call it BCDF plus BCDF. Okay, so these are the surfaces we have. Okay, so the next point we're going to do is now we are going to multiply. So the triangle, the formula for the triangle, which is ABC, triangle ABC, the formula for this triangle I'm talking about is this one here. Okay, the formula for this any triangle is 1/2 times base, which is 12 centimeter 12 centimeter times height. Now to get the height of this one, we are going to, the height is here. Now we can see there is no measurement, but we can get the measurement of this one, which is 8 centimeter. That means even this side is equal to 8 centimeter. Okay, so we are going to get those two heights. Okay, so we're going to say times 80 centimeter, then of this in bracket plus, okay, plus now this length, which is ACD. So the length we are talking about, which is ACD, is this one here, okay, plus this the area of this surface area. So we can see that here the length is 20 centimeter and the width is 10. So what we can do is we can open bracket and say 20 centimeter times 10 centimeter cross bracket, then plus. Now we are done with this one here. We are done with this one. So the next one is triangle DEF, which is this triangle, okay, which is that triangle. I hope you can see it, this triangle here. Okay, so that is triangle ADF. Okay, that is triangle DEF. So that triangle, we are going to say here the length, even if here the length is not given here, we can still take this length and take it there. That is 12 centimeter as well. So we say open brackets 12 centimeter. Sorry. What am I writing now again? Open bracket 1/2 times 12 centimeter times 80 centimeter, which is cross bracket 8 centimeter. This is this side here. Okay, that's where 8 centimeters come from, and 12 centimeter is coming from these, since they are the same. Okay, now once we have done that, then we come to the side or the surface area, which is ABEF. So we say plus. Okay, the surface area ABEF is this area here. Okay, so this area, again, we're going to multiply that area by 20. So we have 20 centimeter times 10 centimeter cross bracket. Then we come to the surface area, which is BCDF. The area BCDF is this area. Okay, I hope you are able to see it. That is the area. So we calculate the surface area again. For that one, we say plus, then open bracket. The surface area is 20 by 12. I hope you are able to see it. This one is 20 by 12. This line is 20, but this line is 12. Okay, so that will be 20 by 12. Okay, so that one will be 20 centimeter by 12. 20 centimeter by 12 centimeter cross bracket, like that. Okay, now once we have done this, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to say equal to, then we start evaluating. First, we evaluate what is in here. Okay, so here we can say we cancel this, we remain with 1 down. We cancel 12, we remain with 6 there. So I've got 6 centimeter there. So I've got 1 down here into the one on top, it will be 1. 1 times 1, it will be 1 times 6 centimeter, it will give us 6 centimeter. 6 centimeter times 8, it will give us 48 centimeter. Okay, so what I did there is here it's 1, here in 12 it's 6, Then we say 1 into 1, it will be 1. 1 times 6 centimeter, it will give us 6 centimeter. 6 centimeter times 8 centimeter will give us 48 centimeter. 48 centimeter squared. Okay, 48 centimeter squared plus, okay, plus then 20 times 10 centimeter will give us 200 centimeter squared. Okay, that is 200 centimeter squared. Okay, then plus, again the same thing happens here. So we have got 2 here and we have got 6 here. Okay, then we have 1 here. Okay, so just like we did, then it is going to give us again 48 centimeter squared. Okay, so it's going to give us 48 centimeter squared. And then we come here where there is 20 centimeter times 10 centimeter. I'm sure you are following me. We are here now. Then we say 20 centimeter times 10 centimeter will give us plus 200 centimeter squared. Okay, then plus, now, okay, now we go to here. That's where we come. Then we say 20 times 12 will give us 200, will give us 200 centimeter. Okay, so sorry 20 centimeter times 12 centimeter will give us 240 centimeter. Okay, squared. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to add these. Okay, so when we look at this will give us this and this will give us when we add them, they will give us 96 centimeter. Will give us 96 centimeter squared. Then 200 plus 200 will give us 400. 400 plus 240 will give us 640 centimeter squared. Okay, so when we bring 96 to this, it's going to give us 736 centimeter squared. That will be the total surface area of this triangular prism. This is the total surface area of triangular prism, which is 736 centimeter squared. Okay, so if you are left anywhere, you are behind anywhere, you can ask in the comment section. Basically, that is the correct answer for this one. The total surface area of this triangular prism is 736 centimeter squared.
Question 4a was as follows. Simplify 3a plus 2 open bracket 2b plus c is equal to or minus 2a. Simplify 3a plus 2 open bracket 2b plus c cross bracket minus 2a. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this expression down here like that. Once I've written the expression, now the next thing I'm going to do is now I'm going to expand the expression with the expression that is in brackets. So I'm going to write 3a in advance. Then I'm going to multiply 2 multiplied by 2b will give us 4b. 2 multiplied by c will give us 2c. Then minus 2a. Now once I've done that, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put like terms together. So 3a minus 2a, because 3a and the 2a, they are like terms because the variable is the same. So 3a minus 2a, then plus 4b plus 2c. So 3a minus 2a will give us a, then plus b plus 2c, and that is the answer. Now that way I've simplified that expression. Question 4b is as follows. The following diagram is a kite PQRS in which angle PQR is equal to angle PSR, which is equal to 2x plus 30 degrees. Angle QPS is equal to 3x degrees, and angle QRS is equal to 3x plus 30 degrees. Okay, so the question is, the following diagram is a kite PQRS in which angle PQR is equal to angle PSR, which is equal to 2x plus 30 degrees. Angle QPS is equal to 3x degrees, and angle QRS is equal to 3x plus 30 degrees. Okay, so what we can do is now we come to the diagram and we start the diagram. We take note of those angles and the sides. Okay, once we have done that, then the next thing we need to do is we need to answer the actual question, which is express in terms of x the sum of its interior angles in its simplest form. Okay, in its simplest form. So this is the question which is asking us what we need to find, which is express in terms of x the sum of interior angles in its simplest form. Okay, so first of all, what we need to do is we need to understand the diagram. We need to know the polygon, the name of the polygon. As you can see, this is quadrilateral. So this is quadrilateral. That means the sum of interior angles is equal to 360 degrees. So the sum of interior angles is equal to 360 degrees. That's a point we should be aware of. So for us to do this, what we need to do is we also need to look for angles if there are some angles that are equal. Okay, so now when you look at the angle PQR and the angle PSR, these angles are supposed to be equal. They are equal. Why? Because you can see that the length of the line, which is P and the PS, and the length of the line SR, these the corresponding sides of their corresponding sides are equal. So when you look at the length PS and the side PQ, the length is equal. Okay, they have the equal length. Then when you look at the length of QR and the length of RS, they are also equal. That means they will form the angles that are formed at PSR and PQR are equal. So those, they are equal. So there we can also say this side is also 2x plus 30 degrees. Okay, now once we have identified that, then we can go ahead. Those are the key things we need to identify. However, the angle which is at P and R, they are not equal. Okay, they are not equal because they are formed by different lines with different length, so they are not equal. So those are the only two angles that are equal. So once we have identified that, then the next thing we need to do is we go and come up with an expression. So what we're going to do is we're going to start writing. So we have got 3x on P here, on angle P somewhere here. We have got 3x. So we write 3x degrees plus, then we come to the point S, we write 2x plus 30 degrees. Then we put that in brackets. Then we also write, we come to point Q, which is, sorry, not point Q, but point R, where there is 3x plus 30 degrees. Then we come to point Q, then we also write 2x plus 30 degrees. Now, once we've written this, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to evaluate this. Okay, so we are going to come up with 2x degrees plus
sorry, we're going to come up with 3x degrees plus 2x degrees. Now we can see that the terms inside the brackets are being multiplied by the degree sign. So that means we're going to have 2x degrees plus 30 degrees plus 3x degrees. Will multiply 3x by the degree sign, which will give us 3x degrees plus 30 degrees. Then again 2x degrees, I'm doing the same thing, multiplying the numbers inside with a degree sign. So we say 2x degrees plus 30 degrees is equal to 360 degrees. That's what I said earlier on, that the sum of interior angles of a quadrilateral is equal to 360 degrees. Then once we've done that, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put like terms together. So that means we're going to have something like this: 3x degrees plus 2x degrees. We'll skip 30 degrees and pick 3 degrees. 3x degrees, we write it here, and we also skip 30 degrees and we pick 2x degrees and we write it like that. Okay, once we have completed, we have written the like terms, those items or terms that has got x in themselves. Then we start with those that do not have. So we have got the first one is 30 degrees. We say plus 30 degrees, then plus 30 degrees plus 30 degrees, which is equal to 360 degrees. Okay. So now what do? We add these terms that have got x. So we add 3 plus 2 will give us 3x plus 2x degrees. 3x degrees plus 2x degrees will give us 5 degrees. 5x degrees plus 3 degrees. 3x degrees will give us 8x degrees plus 2x degrees will give us 10x degrees. So we write 10x degrees here. Then plus 90 degrees plus 90 degrees, which is coming from 30 degrees plus 30 degrees plus 30 degrees, which gives us 90. So we say plus 90, then we say is equal to 360 degrees. Okay, now what we need to do now again here, we put like terms together. So we say 10x degrees is equal to 360 degrees minus 90 degrees. Okay, so first we evaluate 360 degrees minus 90 degrees, which is we're going to write 10x is equal to excuse me, 360 degrees minus 90 degrees will give us 270 degrees. So 10x is equal to 270 degrees. Then what we need to do is we need to find the value of x, okay, because we want to write x in terms x in its lowest value. So we're saying 10x over 10, then 270 degrees over 10. Then we divide 10 on top and down, which will leave us with x, which will be equal to, then we divide 270 by 10, which will leave us 27 degrees. So 27 degrees, that is the value of x. Okay, so that means we have expressed in terms of x the sum of interior angles in its simplest form, and that is x is equal to 27 degrees. If you have got questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comment section. Basically, this is what you do when solving such a question. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, I invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you find this video helpful, remember to like and share with your friends.
Question 4c. Express 140 times 21 in standard form correct to two significant figures. Express 140 times 21 in standard form correct to two significant figures. Okay, so what we're going to do now here is I'm going to write that expression that is given, which I need to write to two significant figures, correct to two significant figures, and it should be in standard form. So first of all, once I've written the expression there, the first step is to find the product of 140 times 21, which is 2940. Now, once I've found this, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move the point until I have two significant figures. Okay, so that the point will start moving from 0, comes in between 0 and 4, then comes in between 4 and 9, and lastly it comes between 2 and 9. Okay, like that. So when I look at that, I come up with 2.940 times how many steps it has moved? It has moved 3 steps. Okay, 1 2 1 2 3 3 steps. So we say times 10 raised to the power of 3. 2.940 times 10 to the power 3. Now when you look at this number, it has got 3 significant figures, so I need to remain with 2. So I'm going to round off 4 so that I remain with 2.9. So my question is, I remain with any number. So my question is 4 greater than 5 or equal to 5 or less than 5? It is less than 5. So that means we don't add anything to 9. So we remain with 2.9. Then we say times 10 raised to the power of 3. That way we have written, we have expressed 140 times 21 in standard form, correct to 2 significant figures. Please, if you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section. Otherwise, we encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you don't miss any division. We are dedicated to revise with you, so please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also like this video if you find it helpful. Question 4D was as follows. The table shows the number of grade 10s learners enrolled at school A, B, C, and D. Okay, the table shows the number of grade 10 learners enrolled at school A, B, C, and D. Okay, so we can take time and study this table. So you can see school there, the number of girls, number of boys. Then we have got school A, school B, school C, school D. So school A, we can see that there is 150 as the number of girls, and the number of boys were 200. And this is done for us here. And then B, school B, we have got 100 as the number of girls, 50 as the number of boys, 250 the number of girls, 150 the number of boys, then 150 the number of girls for school D, and 100 as the number of boys of school D. Then the actual question is, use the information on the table to complete the following compound bar chart. To complete the following compound bar chart. Okay, so this is here. So what we need to do is we need to take note of the key. So we have got girls there and we have got boys here. Okay, so for me, just to make my job easy and not to make it that not to allow that the video be longer, I might use different lines to mark the ones that will be easier. I'll try to see if I can make this key, I can follow the key, but if I don't, I'll use different colors. Okay, so now for school A, it is already done. So we come to school B. School B, we are told there are 100 girls, 100 girls. There are 100 girls, so I'm going to write a bar there for 100 girls, which will reach up to there like that. Then I'm also going to look at boys. There are 50, so the bar for 50 will be like that there. Okay, now once I do that, the next thing I'm going to do is now I'll go to school C. School C, we are told there are 250 girls, so I'm going to draw a line for girls, which is, I'm going to draw the bar for girls, which is 250, which would be like that. Then boys, for school C, we were 150. I'm going to draw a bar for boys like that, up to 150. Okay, that's how we draw. So I'm sure I've done B and C. We go to school D. School D, I told there are 150 girls, so I'm going to draw a bar of 150 for girls. Then I'm also going to draw the bar for 100 for boys. So boys are 100 and it will be like that. Okay, so basically that's how you complete the compound bar chart, just like the way I've demonstrated. Please, if you have got questions, ask.
Otherwise, we encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are dedicated to revise with you up to the time you write exams. So if you need support in terms of your academic work, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We come to question 5a, which is solve the simultaneous equations. Okay, solve the simultaneous equations. So first thing, I'm going to copy the entire two equations down here, just like the way they are written. Then once I've done that, the next thing I'm going to do is now I'm going to ask myself, we are just going to focus on 6y and 6y. Okay, so the question we are going to ask ourselves is 6y a positive or a negative? We know that 6y is a positive, 6y is they are positives, 6y's are positives, so they both 6y's are positive. So what we're going to do, we are going to subtract. Okay, so I'm going to write minus there. So 6y minus 6y will give us 0. So I'm not going to write 0, so I'll just leave blank there. Okay, then we come to negative 4 minus negative 15. So what will happen? Negative 4, let me write this expression here. Negative 4 plus, or negative 4 minus negative 15x. Negative 4x minus negative 15x. Okay, so now when you look at these signs, we have got minus, negative, 15. So these signs are following each other, negative signs are following each other. That means negative times negative will give us positive. So our expression will be negative 4x plus 15x. Okay, then negative 4x plus 15x will give us 11x, because 15 is bigger than 4 and the sign of 15 is positive, so we maintain the positive. Then we say 15 minus 4 will give us 11, so we're going to have 11x. Then we come here, we say 4 minus negative 18. 4 minus negative 18 will give us positive 22. Why? Negative times negative will give us positive, so it will be 4 plus 18, which will give us 22. Okay, now once we reach this side, what we need to do now is we need to remain with x on one side of the equal sign. That means we need to divide both sides by 11 so that x can remain alone. So we say 11x divided by 11 will give us x. Then we come here, we say 22 divided by 11 will give us 2. So the correct answer is x is equal to 2. Okay, now once we found the value of x, we can go ahead and find the value of y. Okay, so we can pick one expression and we're going to pick the one which is on top. 6y minus 4x is equal to 4. So I'm going to write 6y minus 4. Then where there is x, I'll put the value of x, which is 2, the one we found here, which is 2. Then I'm going to say 4 multiplied by 2 is equal to 4. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say 6y, then 6y we say negative 4 by 2 will give us negative 8, then which will be equal to 4. Now at this stage I'm going to put like terms together. Then I'm going to have something like 6y is equal to 4, then 8 will cross the equal sign, that means, sorry, negative 8 will cross the equal sign, that means it will become positive 8. So then we say 4 plus 8, which will give us 4 plus, we are going to have 4 plus 8. Then we say 6y is equal to 4 plus 8 will give us 12. Okay, now since we have got 6y which is equal to 12, then we want to know the value of y. That means we will divide both terms, that means 6y and 12 by 6, so that y remains alone on one side of the equal sign. So we say 6y divided by 6 will give us y. Then we say 12 divided by 6 will give us 2. So the value of y in these two equations is 2. So the value of y is also 2. Okay, so basically this is how you solve the equation. If you have got questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, we come to 5b, question 5b, which is as follows. Given that t is equal to 2 minus q over 8 plus q, make q the subject of the formula. Given that t is equal to 2 minus q over 8 plus q, make q the subject of the formula. Okay, so basically what we're going to do first thing is we're going to get rid of the, first of all, I'm going to copy the entire expression down here. Let me copy the entire expression down here like this. Then next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply these fractions. That means t will be multiplied by 8t plus q. So t multiplied by 8 plus q, just like that I've written expression, is equal to, then 2 minus q will be multiplied by 1. So I'm going to say 2 minus q multiplied by 1 will give us 2 minus q. Okay, now once I've written that, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to evaluate this expression which is in bracket. So I'm going to multiply t by every element in these brackets. So I'm going to say t multiplied by 8 will give us 8t. Then t multiplied by q will give us tq. Okay, which is equal to 2 minus q. Okay, now once I've done that, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put like terms together. Okay, so first I'm going to write tq here, then tq, that means negative q close the equal sign, then will come this side, then we're going to have something like tq plus q is equal to 2, then 8 t will close the equal sign and become minus t. Okay, minus 8t, sorry, not minus t, but minus 8t. Okay, 8t will close the equal sign and become minus 8t. Then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to factorize tq plus q. So the factor that is found in both terms, that is tq and q, is q itself. So I'm going to say q, then open bracket, q into tq will give us t. Okay, then q into q will give us 1. Okay, so I'll come up with an expression which is q, open bracket, t plus 1, okay, close bracket, is equal to 2 minus 8t. Okay, now what excuse me, what am I going to do here? I want to remain with q on one side of the equal sign so that it becomes the subject of the formula. So what am I going to do? I'm going to divide both sides by t plus 1. Okay, so q, open bracket, t plus 1 divided by t plus 1 is equal to 2 minus 8t divided by t plus 1. T plus 1. Okay, that means t plus 1 on the left side of the equal sign will cancel each other out, then leaving us with q. Okay, then we say q is equal to, then here these cannot cancel each other out, so here what we're going to do is we are going just to copy everything that is here. We're just going to copy everything that is here. Okay, then we write q is equal to 2 minus 8t, which is over t plus 1. Q is equal to 2 minus 8t over t plus 1, and that will be the answer. Okay, that will be the answer like that. Okay, if you have got questions, please ask in the comment section, and if you find this video helpful, remember to like and share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Question 5c was as follows. Given that E, which is universal set, is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is the universal set.
given that universal set is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, then x is equal to 3, 6, 9, 12. Y is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And z is equal to 2, 3, 5, 8, 12. Okay, so those are the members of the different sets. So the question is, question C1, illustrate the information in the Venn diagram below. Illustrate the information in the Venn diagram below. Okay, so what we need to do first thing is to find the member of x intersection y intersection z. X intersection y intersection z. As you can see, that pattern I've circled there. That's first the members we want to find. So the member which is found in this set is a member that is found in all the three sets, excluding universal set. Let's ignore universal set, because universal set, this is a set that has elements that are found in sets and outside the sets. So we focus on set x, y, and z. Okay, so let's look at what is the number which is found in all the sets. Okay, so when you look at 3 is only found in x as well as in z, but in y it's not found. When you look at when you look at 6, is found in x and y, but it's not found in z. Okay, when you look at 9, is only found in x. In these other sets is not found. When you look at 12 is found in x, y, and z. So this is the element that will be found on x intersection y intersection z. So we can write 12 there. That is the only number. Immediately I'm done checking with the set x. That means the number that I will find that is found in both using only set x. That is the number that is found in all the sets. So 12 is the only element that is found in all the three sets and will be only x intersection y intersection z. So I'm going to write 12 there. Okay, where I've marked. Then x, we come to the next part. We are going to find other elements. Now let's find elements that are found at least in two sets. So let's start with x intersection y. Which elements are found in x and y? So when you look at 3 is not found in y. When you look at 6 is found in y as well. So that one we're going to write it. When you look at 9 is not found in y. When you look at 12 is found in both, but 12 has already been recorded, so we can't record it twice. So we leave it there. So the element which is found in x intersection y is 6. So we write 6 where there is x intersection y, the one I've shown you there. X intersection y, we indicate that. Okay, now we come to the next set, which is we find y intersection z. Y intersection z, the elements that are found in both y and z. So when we come to y, we have 2, and in z we have 2, so we record 2 there. Okay, then we come to 4 is not in z. We come to 6 is not in z. We come to 8 is found in y as well as in z, so we record 8 as well. Then we come to 10 is not in z. 12 is also in z, but it is already recorded, so we are not going to record it. So the members of y intersection z is 2, 8, or 2 and 8. 2 and 8. So we come to question. The next is intersection. We look at x intersection z. X intersection z. Please, before I go any further, if I'm very fast, you can let me know in the comment section. If you are confused, you can still ask. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We will be grateful if we see your subscription. So we say x intersection z is equal to, so let's check x. What element is found in x and z? When you look at 3 is found also in z, so we record 3. When you look at 6, is 6 found in z? No. When you look at 9, is 9 found in z? No. When you look at 12, it's also found in z, but it's already recorded, so we don't write it. So x intersection z is equal to 3, so we record that on the intersection of x and z.
Okay, so now we have recorded all the numbers like that. So the next thing we're going to do now is let's look at the numbers in each set, that is x, y, and z. In each set, in each of these three sets, which is not yet recorded, so that we record it. So let's start with the x. So which element is not yet recorded? So in x, we can see that we have recorded 3, we have recorded 6, and we have recorded 12. 9 is not recorded. So in x, we are going to write 9 here. Okay, I hope you are following me. Then we come to y. Which elements are not recorded? Okay, which elements are not yet recorded? Now, when you look at 2 is recorded, 4 is not yet recorded, so we put 4 here. When you look at 6 is already recorded, we look at 8 is already recorded. Then other one which is not yet recorded is 10. 10 is not yet recorded, so we put 4 here and 10 here. Okay, then we look at 12. 12 is already recorded, so we leave it out. Okay, we come to z. Z, we'll ask ourselves which element is not recorded in Z. When you look at 2 is already recorded, 3 is already recorded, 5 is not yet recorded. You can't see 5 anywhere. Okay, so we record 5 in the set Z. Okay, now we can see that 8 is recorded and 12 is recorded. Then that's how we record. Now we have recorded everything from the sets. So now we want to find the elements in case there are some elements that can be found outside the sets. So we go to the universal set now. Okay, so in universal set we are going to counter check every element to check if it's recorded. So we'll be checking the elements in there and from the diagram. So when we look at 1, can we see 1 anywhere in the diagram? No. So that means 1 will be recorded here. Then 2 is recorded, 3 is recorded, 4 is recorded, 5 is recorded, 6 is recorded. Can we see 7 in this Venn diagram? No, we can't see 7. So 7 is not yet recorded, so we also record it. Then we see, can we see 8? Yes. Can we see 9? In the Venn diagram, yes, we can see 9. Can we see a 10? Yes, we can see it. Can we see 11 in the Venn diagram? No, we can't see 11 in the Venn diagram. So we record 11 again, okay, outside the sets. Can we see 12 in the Venn diagram? Yes, it was recorded. So there we don't record 12. So basically, that's how you illustrate the information in the Venn diagram like that. Okay, if you have got questions, I said earlier on, you can ask in the comment section. We will be grateful that you asked, and we will take responsibility to answer your question. Okay, if you have got questions, just like I said, please don't forget to subscribe. Okay, we come to question 5C2. Question 5C2 is saying list the element of set X intersection Y complement intersection Z. List the elements of set X intersection Y complement intersection Z. Okay, so to do this, first thing we're going to do is we're going to divide this expression or these sets into 2 sets they are. Okay, so what we're going to come up with first, we'll come up with the X intersection Y complement. Okay, so that is the first part. The second part is the set Z. So let's focus on X intersection Y complement. What are the elements that are not found in X intersection Y? So for us to find this, we first of all need to identify X intersection Y. Okay, before we talk about X intersection Y complement, let's focus on X intersection Y. So X intersection Y is where X intersection Y. So that's where we have now we've considered 6 and 12. These are the elements that are found in X intersection Y. Don't just look at 6. Look at also X intersection Y here. Okay, that is 6 and 12. Okay, so now when we are listing the members of X intersection Y complement, that means we exclude these 2 elements, that is 6 and 12. We exclude them. So what are we going to have? We are going to have something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When we reach the position of 6, we skip 6. That's what we said, because this one is found in X intersection
y. We skip 6 and then we come to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We end here. Then we skip 12 as well. We skip 12 as well. Okay, if you have got questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comment. If you have gotten confused, please ask. We'll be glad to respond to them. Okay, so intersection, the set of x intersection y complement comprises of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Question 6a is as follows. The line graph shows the relationship between x and y. Okay, so you take time and start the line graph. So in case you're wondering where the line graph is, this is the line graph. Okay, so that is the line graph that is representing the relationship between x and y. So the question is, find the function representing the relationship that maps x and onto y. Find the function representing the relation that maps x onto y. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come up with the basic function that we use to come up with the function, the actual function that is representing the relationship between x and y. So I'm going to put this function, this basic function here, where it's going to be like this. Y, let me use the bracket for the actual function. So we have y is equal to m that is a gradient times x plus c, which is a constant. Okay, so first, in what we need to do is we need to find the gradient. First, we're going to find the value of m, which is the gradient. Okay, so to find the value of m, which is the gradient, we're going to use this formula, which is gradient is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, now what we're going to do for us to find this, what we're going to do is we're going to pick points. Okay, we're going to pick points. So we will consider this first point here, which is this point where I've circled red, where the line from x-axis is meeting the line from y-axis. So you can see that this line, if we are to draw this relationship like this, you see that the line from 2 on x-axis is meeting the line, this graph on the line for y-axis, which is on 4. Okay, so that means the value of y is 4. Then again, we're going to use this point again here, down here. These are the 2 points we use, where this one line from x-axis, that is starting from 1, is meeting the line from y-axis, which is on 2. Okay, that means the value of y is 2. So there on top we can write where there is y2 because this is the second point, so we call it y2, and this is the first point, we call it y1. Okay, so we can say y2, the value there is 4. On y2 the value is 4, so the value on y2 is 4, so we write 4 minus, then here on y1 the value is 2 minus 2 over, now when you look at the x-axis, we see that the x2 is starting from 2, so we say 2 minus, and xy is starting from 1, say minus 1. Then we're going to say 4 minus 2 will give us 2 over 2 minus 1 will give us 1. Okay, then we say 1 into 2, it will go 2 times. So we have found that, we have found that the gradient is equal to 2. So we're going to write y is equal to gradient, that is 2x. Then we say plus, or we ask ourselves, do we know the value of the constant? No, we don't know the value of the constant. So what are we going to do? Let's find the constant as well. So to find the constant, I'm going to pick this fraction, this function, which is partially made. That's the one I'm going to use. So I'm going to write this function here to say y is equal to 2x plus c. Okay, plus c. So we can even write here plus c, but never mind, we'll leave it there so that we come and complete by adding the constant later on. Okay, now once we have done this, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to say we pick one point, not the points we picked. Okay, so we are going to ignore these points we picked. So let me write a smaller circle. I'm going to ignore these points I corrected, then I'm going to focus on this point. Okay, that's the one I'm going to get. So you can see that when I get this point, it will have the coordinates which are 3, 6. Okay, 3 coming from here and 6 coming from there. Okay, so it will be 3, 6. That is the point. So where there is y, I'm going to put 6. I'm sure you know that the first letter or the first number in the coordinates of a point is for x-axis, so it's a value of x, and the second one is for y coordinate, y-axis, that is for y coordinate. So we'll say 6 is equal to 2, then open bracket, the value of x is 3, then plus c. Okay, then we say 6 is equal to 2 times 3 will give us 6 plus c. Okay, then we put like terms together. We say 6 minus this 6 will cross the equal sign and become minus 6 is equal to c. Okay, so when you subtract 6 from 6, you remain with 0, which is equal to c. So the constant here is 0. So we're going to write the constant will be 0 plus 0, like that. Okay, now this is the function that is mapping, or this is the function that is mapping y to x, or x to y. That is mapping x to y. Okay, I don't know if you have got questions. If there are no questions, we can go to the next question. So question 6a2 is find the value of x when y is equal to 100. Find the value of x when y is equal to 100. So what we're going to do here now is we're going to write the function we got, which is y is equal to 2x plus 0. This is the function we came up with. Okay, I'm sure you do remember that this is the function we came up with. So this is the function we're going to use. So where there is y, we're going to put 100, which will be equal to, okay, where there is 100, we'll put where there is y, we'll put 100, then we say equal to, then we write 2x plus 0. Okay, so we know that 2x plus 0 will give us 2x. Or even if we say we put like terms together, then we say 100 plus, 100 and the 0 will cross the equal sign. We say minus 0 is equal to 2x. Okay, then I'm trying to follow this so that you can use the same steps I've taken to other numbers, okay, or other questions. So we say 100 minus 0 will give us 100, which will be equal to 2x. Now we want to find the value of x. That's what the question is asking us. Therefore, we're going to divide both sides by 2 so that on one side where there is 2x, we remain with x. So meaning this will cancel out and this will cancel out. Then we are going to have x. Then we say 100 divided by 2 will give us 50. Okay, so that is the value of x. So when y is equal to 100, x is going to be 50. That is the answer. Okay, if you have got questions, please ask in the comment section. Don't hesitate. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, I invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be very grateful if you see your subscription in our YouTube channel. Okay, we go to the next question. Okay, we come to question 6b. Question 6b is as follows. Given that matrix A is equal to 2, 0, 3, negative 3, and matrix B is equal to 1, 4, 2, negative 2, find A plus 2B. Okay, find A plus 2B. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite the same question, which is we find A plus 2B, which is equal to, so I'm going to open the matrix here and then record, I'm going to record this 2, 0, 3, negative 3 and close, then we say plus, then we put 2, then this, okay, then we open, we say 1, 4, 2, negative 2, close bracket, like that. Okay, now once we do this, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to say equal to, first I need to evaluate this. Okay, I need to evaluate this first. So that means this fraction, which is, sorry, this matrix, which is matrix A, I'll just copy it on the second step. Okay, so I'm just going to copy the way it is. So I'm going to open bracket, then I'm going to open bracket, then I have 2, 0, 3, negative 3, close bracket. Then I'm going to evaluate these. So 2 times 1 will give us 2. So it will give us 2. So I'm going to say plus, open bracket, 2. Then 2 times 4 will give us 8. So I'm going to write 8 down here. Then 2 times 2 will give me 4. I'm going to write 4 here. Then 2 times negative 2 will give me negative 4. So I'm going to write negative 4 here, like this, then close. Okay, now once I've done this, the next step I'm going to do now is to add. I've evaluated the 2 multiplied by the square, sorry, 2 multiplied by matrix B. I've evaluated 2 multiplied by matrix B. Okay, so now next I am going to do the actual addition. So to do the actual addition, I'm going to open the brackets like this. Then I'm going to add every element to corresponding elements like this. I'm going to add 2 plus this 2, okay, which will give me 2 plus that 2. So I'm going to write like this, 2 plus 2, okay. I can put them in brackets or I can leave them like that. Then again, I'm going to add 3 plus 4, okay, like that. Okay, so I'm going to say 3 plus 4. Then again, I'm going to add 0 plus 8. Okay, so I'm going to add that to say 0 plus 8. Then just like that, I'm going also to add negative 3 plus negative 4. Okay, so just like that, I'm going to do that. So it's going to be negative 3 plus negative 4. Okay, then cross bracket. Okay, then I'm going to open my main the matrix where my answer will be. So 2 plus 2 will give me 4. Then 0 plus 8, let me just make a big, okay, so we have 4 plus 0 plus 8 will give us 8. Then 3 plus 4 will give us 7. Then negative 3 plus negative 4. So when you multiply this plus sign times negative 4, it should give us negative 4. So we're going to have something like this. we're going to have something like 3, -3 minus 4. Now when the signs are the same, we maintain the signs and then we add the numbers. So 3 plus 4 will give us 7, and that will be the final matrix. Okay, our final matrix will be like this: 4, 7, 8, -7. So this is the correct answer for this question. If you have got questions, please ask. Don't hesitate to ask. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be very grateful if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, question 6C is as follows. Given the density D and the volume V of a solid, complete the flowchart below for calculating and displaying its mass. Okay, so we want to find the mass. What we're given density and volume. So what do we do? First, we start. We place on start. Once the program starts, then next we enter what we are given. We are given density, so we enter density. We enter density. We enter density here, and we also enter volume. We also enter volume. Okay, we enter volume. Now once we have entered this, the next thing we need to do is we need to enter the formula. So the formula for calculating mass when you are given density and volume, the formula is mass is equal to density times volume. Okay, mass is equal to density times volume. Now when you enter the formula and you press enter, it's going to give you mass, the actual mass of the object. Okay, so basically this is how you complete the flowchart in an exam, just like this. Okay, all right. Question 7A is as follows. In the diagram, triangle ABC and triangle EDC are similar. Okay, so we need to pay attention and look at those triangles. Okay, then the actual question is given that AB is equal to 14 centimeter, AC or CE is equal to 20 centimeter, and DE is equal to 10 centimeter. Calculate the length of AE. Okay, the length of AE. So the length in question here is this length here. This length here up to here. Now we can see that the entire length is divided into two. The other one is measured is 20 centimeter. The other one is not measured, it's not given. Okay, so we need to find the length of AE. Okay, so what we can do is we can come up with a solution like this one. Okay, so we say the length of AE. First of all, we can use the formula which is direct proportion. We look at sides that are proportional. So you can see that CE to CA, and so when we talk about CE, we are talking about this line. CE, we are talking about this line here up to here. Okay, so excluding this one I drew area. Okay, this line, okay, this line CE is also proportional to CA. Now when we talk about CA, we are talking about this entire line from here up to this far. Okay, the ratio. Okay, so CE to CA, this is the same side. Then we can say the ratio, again we can make another ratio which is ED to AB. Okay, now once we have done this, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come up with we are going to replace these with numbers. So we're going to say CE. What is the length of CE? We are told it's 20 centimeter. Now remember, these are ratios, so I'm not going to put the units. Then CA, we don't know. See, in question mark, so we don't know. We just know half of it, but we don't know the whole length. So we are going to continue and say CA is equal to 20 to CA. Even if we know part of it, but the other part we don't know, so we're going to just say to CA. Then once we've done this, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come to this down here, ED. The length of ED, we are told it's 10 centimeters, so we're going to write 10 there. Then AB, that is 14. Okay, 14 centimeter. Now once we have done this, the next thing we're going to do is we do cross multiply. Okay, we do cross multiply. That means we're going to have something like this. 10 CA is equal to 20 times 14. Okay, then we have 10 CA is equal to 20 times 14 will give us 280. Okay, then we divide both sides by 10. We divide both sides by 10. Okay, so here 10 and here 10. The reason we want to remain with CA on one side of the equal sign. So this one and this one, they'll cancel each other out. This one, they'll cancel each other out, leaving us with CA, which is equal to 280 divided by 10. Or we just cancel 0 here and 0 here. 1 into 28, it will go 28 times. Okay, so the value of the line CA from here at the beginning up to at the end here is 28 centimeter. Okay, so that will be 28 centimeter. That is the length of the line CA. Okay, now the question is asking us to find the length of AE. Okay, so the length we want to find is not this entire length. Instead, we want to find the length which is here. The length which is here, just this length. Okay, so now we have found the length of entire from C to A, the entire line. So what we can do now is we can say AE is equal to AC minus CE. Okay, AC is equal to CE. Then we say AC, we found 28, so we write 28 minus CE, this distance here from here up to here, that is 20 centimeter, so we say minus 20 minus 20. Then we say 28 minus 20 will give us 8 centimeter. So the length AE is equal to 80 centimeter. Okay, if you have got questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comment section. Basically, that's how you find that gap there. If you have got questions, you can ask. And please, if you find this video helpful, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be very grateful for your support. Okay. Question 7b was as follows. A trader imported textbooks valued at 8,000 kwacha for sale. The charge for the custom duty was 3% on every book. Calculate the total cost of the books. Okay, so for us to find the total cost of the books, what we're going to do is we are going to write this formula, which is total cost is equal to cost of books without tax plus tax. Okay, so the total cost of books without tax, we are told it's 80,000. Okay, if you are wondering where the 8,000 is coming from, it's here. Okay, so that is the total cost, then plus tax. Okay, so we are told the tax was charged at 3% on each books. So instead of on each book, so instead of us struggling of how much was the book, how much tax was charged on each book, we are just going to target the total tax that was paid. Therefore, we're going to focus on the money that was spent, which is 8,000. Okay, so since the trader spent 8,000 to buy books, so we're going to come up with a formula, which we are going to come up with a formula for the tax as 8,000 kwacha, 8,000 kwacha times the tax that was paid was put at 3%. The tax percentage was 3%. So we are going to multiply by 3 over 100. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to get rid of this fraction. So we are going to cancel the zeros down. So we cancel the zeros down and the zeros on top, 2 zeros on top. We remain with 1 here. So we say 1 into 80 or 1 into 3. So we just write, we rewrite this. We say 8,000 plus 80 kwacha times 1 into 3 will give us 3 times 3. Then we say is equal to 8,000. Remember, we are not done with the numbers in brackets until we exhaust everything in brackets. That's when we can touch to 8,000. So we say 8,000 plus, then we say 80 kwacha times 3 will give us 240 kwacha. So when you add 8,000 kwacha plus 240 kwacha will give us 8,240 kwacha. And that is the total cost of the books, okay, including VAT. That is 8,240 kwacha. Okay, so if you have got questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comment like I've been singing along. The reason we are doing this as Easy Learning zed-Mathematics, we want to help you to do well in an exam. So let's get interacting. Let's be interacting so that we can see that you are learning, and we can also know where we are lagging behind so that we can come up with backup videos that can also assist you. Okay, so if you have no questions, please we go to the next questions, but if you have, don't hesitate to ask, and remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Question 7C1 was as follows. On the x or y plane, plot the points W3, 4, X, 3, negative 3, and y negative 2, negative 3. On the x or y plane, plot the points w 3, 4, x 3, negative 3, and y negative 2, negative 3. Okay, so let me start with point w. So when you are given the coordinates like 3, 4, they were given on w. 3 is the reading of the the x-axis, and 4 is the reading of the y-axis. So first we are going to go on 3 on the point, then we move up to 4, the line that is indicating 4 on the y-axis, and there we are going to put the point and name that point w. Then we come to x. We are given the coordinates which are 3, negative 3. Then we are going to go y-axis where it's written 3, and then we'll go downwards until we meet the line that is coming from negative 3, which will be this point. That's where these two lines will meet, and that is the point, and we name it x. Then we come to y, which has got the coordinates which are negative 2, negative 3. So again we are going to start from negative 2. Now that is negative 3, that is we're going to go downwards until we meet the line that is coming from negative 3, and we put the point there where the two lines are meeting, and that point is y. Now as you can see, we are done answering question C1. So we have plotted those points. Now we come to question 7C2, which is write the coordinates of the point Z such that the points W, X, Y, and Z form a rectangle when joined. Write the coordinates of the point Z such that the points W, X, Y, and Z form a rectangle when joined. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we need first, before we do anything, we need to understand that a rectangle is a shape that has got opposite sides that are equal. Okay, a rectangle is a shape that has opposite sides are equal. So that means the line y to z, the line yz, and the line xw are equal in length. So what we're going to do now, we are going to draw these lines that will join these lines, and we are bearing in mind that line zy and wx are equal. So that means we are going to draw the same length of the line yz as the line wx. So let me draw the lines. Now we can see that there at the edge there where there is no letter, we can put z there. Okay, because at that corner where there is no letter, we can say z. Now that point is z. Now the question is, we write the coordinates for z. So when you look at that, you are going to find that and the coordinates for the point z, we start with x. So the reading on the x-axis is negative 2. Okay, the reading on the x-axis is negative 2. So we say z open bracket negative 2. What is the reading of y-axis? It's 4. So we say z open bracket negative 2 comma negative 4, then cross bracket, and those are the coordinates for the point in z. Okay, so if you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section, and if you found this video helpful, remember to like it and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Question 8a is as follows. Illustrate the solution of y is greater than or equal to x plus 5 on the x or y plane below by shading the wanted region for the domain. Negative 3 is less or equal to x, which is less or equal to 2. Okay, so this one will give us the the domains that are variable. Okay, so what I'm going to write is, I'm going to write this one for the statement that will give us domain is negative 3 is less or equal to x, which is x is less or equal to 2. Okay, so this is the statement that will give us the domains. Therefore, the domains will be, these. We'll start now. We include negative 3 because of it's equal to, negative 3 is equal to O. So the members of the x-axis will be negative 3, comma, negative 2, comma, negative 1, comma, 0, comma, 1. Again, we include 2 because it's less or equal to 2. So you say, comma, 2. These will be the members of the domain. Now, these are also representing the numbers on the x-axis. Okay, so now we should look for the range. Since we are given the domain, we should look for the range. Now, for us to find the range, we're going to use the expression which is given, y is greater or equal to x plus 5. Okay, that expression, that function will help us to find the range. Okay, so I can write this one here to say y is greater or equal to x plus 5. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to replace x by negative 3. Okay, so I'm going to replace x by negative 3. So I'm going to say y is greater or equal to, then x will be negative 3. Where there is x, I'll put negative 3 plus 5. Okay, now once I've done this, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write y is greater or equal to. Okay, then we say which number is bigger between 3 and 5. Ignore the signs. So we say 5 is greater than 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to write, that means we know now. We are not going to write before we know the sign. So now we know that 5 is greater than 3 and 5 is a positive number. That means our answer will be a positive. Okay, so you can either put a positive sign or leave it like that, because we know that a number without a positive sign or any sign is a positive. So we say 5 minus 3 will give us 2. Okay, so when a domain, or when x is equal to negative 3, then y will be 2. Okay, y will be 2. Then we come to, and the second domain given is negative 2. So we use the same function, which is y is greater or equal to x plus 5. Then we say y is greater. Okay, now what is the value of x? We're saying it's negative 2. So when x is equal to negative 2, what will be the value of y? Okay, when x is equal to negative 2, what will be the value of y? So we say y is greater or equal to, so which number is bigger between 5 and negative 2? We know that 5 is bigger, so our answer will be a positive. So then we say 5 minus 2 will give us 3. Okay, so when x is equal to negative 2, then y will be equal to 3. When the domain is negative 2, the range will be 3. Okay, if you have got questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel before we go to the next question. Okay, we find now the value of y when x is equal to negative 1. So we're going to use the same function, which is y is greater or equal to x plus 5. Okay, now once we've done that, we're going to write y is greater or equal to, the value of x is negative 1, then plus 5. Okay, then we write y is greater or equal to, then which number is bigger between -1 and 5? Which number is bigger between 1 and 5? Let's ignore the signs. We know that 5 is bigger than 1, so we are going to take the sign of 5, which is positive. Then we say 5 minus 1 will give us 4. Okay, now you should know that when you write a number without a plus sign or without any sign, that number is a positive. So we're going to say comma 4 here. Okay, when x is equal to -1, then y will be 4. Okay, now we work for when x is equal to 0, what will be the value of y? Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to come here on the left side of the screen where I'm going to write y is greater or equal to x plus 5. Okay, so when y is equal to, okay, we say y is greater or equal to, then we have said the value of, we are looking for y when x is equal to 0. So we're going to say x, where there is x, we'll put 0 plus 5. Then we have got y is greater or equal to 0 plus 5 will give us 5, and that is the value. So that is the value. So we're going to say, we are going to go where there is 0, we say 4, 5. When x is equal to 0, y will be equal to 5. Then we come to this one, the next one now, which is 1. When x is equal to 1, what will be the value of y? So we write y is greater or equal to x plus 5. Okay, then we say y is greater or, well, yeah, y is greater or equal to, well, then the value of x, we have said it's 1, so we say 1 plus 5, which will give us y is greater or equal to 1 plus 5. Since the signs are the same, we add 1 plus 5 will give us 6. So when x is equal to 1, then y will be 6. Okay, I hope you are following me. If you are confused, if there is anywhere where I've left you behind, please don't hesitate to ask in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We really want to grow in numbers, so please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, now once we've done this, the next thing we're going to do is now we're going to find the value of y when x is equal to 2. So we say y is greater or equal to x plus 5. Okay, then we say y is greater or equal to, the value of x we said is 2, so we write 2 plus 5. Okay, then what will be the value of y? Y is greater or equal to 2 plus 5. Remember, when the signs are the same, we add. So 2 plus 5 will give us 7. Okay, so when y is equal to 2, when x is equal to 2, then y will be equal to 7. Now we have found the range, we have found the elements of the range, so now we can plot the points. Okay, so here, without wasting your time, we are going to plot the points, so pay attention. The way I've arranged the numbers, the number on top and the number down. Remember, the number on top, that is x-axis, the reading on the x-axis, the number down, that is y-axis. Okay, so we are going to come up with the coordinates for these points. Okay, so now we write the coordinates. Okay, these are the coordinates that will help us to draft or to draw the graph. So the coordinates we're going to come up with, so this one here will be our first coordinates. Now remember, when you're writing coordinates, you write them in the way that the readings on the x-axis is the first code right, then the reading on the y-axis is the second. So the first coordinate we have is -3, 2. I'll put these in brackets. The other coordinate we have is the second one here, where we have -2, 3. Okay, I hope you are not confused. If you are, please don't waste your time. Just ask in the comment so that I can re-explain this same thing I'm doing here. Then in the next one we have got -4, -1, -4. -1, 4. So I've got -1, 4. Okay, we close bracket. Then we have got the other point is 0, 5. Okay, then we have got another coordinate which is 1, 6. Then we have also another coordinate which is 2, 7, which I'll write down here. I hope you can see it. So I've got the other one is 2, 7. Okay, now these are the coordinates we have come up with, and they're going to help us to come up with the graph. Okay, so let's write the graph. Okay, so to plot the graph, let me start with pointing the code which is -3, -3, so -3, that is the x-axis, and that is +2. So that means the first point will be here. So I'm not sure if that is not the actual center, so bear with me if I struggle to come up with the actual center. So it will be here. Then the second code is -2, 3. So -2, 3 will be here. Remember, -2 is coming from the x-axis and 3 is coming from the y-axis. So 3 is coming from the y-axis. We have a point somewhere there. Then we have got -1, 4. -1 is the reading on the x-axis going to -4 there on the y-axis. Then we have got 0, 5, that is 0, the reading of the x-axis, then 5 on y-axis. Then we have got 1, 6, 1 with the reading of 1 on x-axis and 6 on the y-axis, like that. Then we have got 2, 7, the reading on the x-axis is 2, then on y-axis is 7. So we are going to come up with something like this. Okay, now once we have done this, that does not symbolize that we have finished answering the question. In fact, we have just begun to answer the question. All these things we are doing was just to help us to come up with the points. Okay, now once we have done this, then I'll bring my ruler here, try to twist it so that I can reach the point. Okay. Okay, so that way, even if my lines are not going to be accurate, but for you in class, you make sure that the ruler is passing through the edges of the corners, exactly at the corners of each square, like the way I've tried to put. Okay, then so our answering of this question will end when we shade. Okay, now once we have done this, then we have drawn the line. Now let's go back to the question so that we know the exact area we want to shade. Okay, so the question is, illustrate the solution of y is greater or equal to x plus 5 on the x or y plane below by shading the wanted region for the domain -3 is less or equal to x, which is less or equal to 2. Okay, now so what we need to shade is, we need to shade the area which is greater in the question. They are saying y is greater. Okay, so anything that is bigger than where the line is passing in terms of y, that's the area we shade. Okay, so what we're going to do when shading, we will shade like this. Okay, don't worry, I'm trying my best again so that I don't ruin the drawings. Okay, so this is the area that will be shaded. Okay, Okay, so this is the area that will be shaded, like the way I've shaded like that. Okay, so that is the area that we need to shade, not the area down, but the area up. Okay, so if you've got questions, you can ask, but basically this is how you answer this question. Okay, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be very grateful if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Question 8b was as follows. A man worked for 56 hours in a particular week. His basic rate is 30 kwacha per hour and the rate of overtime is time and a half. If his normal working time is 40 hours per week, calculate his total wage for that week. A man worked for 56 hours in a particular week. His basic rate is 30 kwacha per hour and the rate of overtime is time and a half. If his normal working time is 40 hours per week, calculate his total wage for that week. Okay, so to work this one out, we're going to use the formula which is total wage is equal to normal time plus overtime. Okay, so when we talk about normal time, we're talking about the amount or the money he makes in normal time, and overtime, this is the money he makes in overtime. Okay, so now once I've done this, the next thing we're going to do is now we want to find the normal time. We are told that the normal time per week is 40 hours, so I'm going to write 40 and the rate for the normal time, the basic rate is 30 kwacha, so we're going to have 40 times 30 kwacha. We put these in brackets like I've done, then we say plus, so plus overtime. So if he works 40 hours for the normal time and this particular week he worked 56 hours, so we subtract 40 from 56. So when we say 56 minus 40, it will give us 16. So we're going to say plus 16, then times, what is the rate for the overtime? The rate for overtime is time and half. That means the amount you work for in a normal time plus half of that amount. Now, we have seen that in a normal time he works for 30 kwacha. So what is half of 30 kwacha? That is 15 kwacha. So we say 30 plus 15 kwacha. 30 kwacha plus 15 kwacha. So 30 kwacha plus 15 kwacha will give us 45. Then we're going to say 16 times 45 kwacha. Okay, so now we evaluate those expressions in brackets. So we say 40 times 30 kwacha. 40 times 30 kwacha. 40 times 30 kwacha will give us 1,200. Then we say 16 times 45 kwacha. 16 times 45 kwacha. 16 times 45 kwacha is equal to 720. Is equal to 720 kwacha. So now we have 1,200 plus 720 kwacha. 1,200 kwacha plus 720 kwacha. Okay, so the correct answer, the sum of these is 1,920 kwacha. 1,920 kwacha. So the money, the total wage he worked for in that particular week was 1,920 kwacha. 1,920 kwacha. Question 8c is as follows. The frequency table shows the time in minutes that some teachers took to travel to school on a particular day. Okay, so what we need to do is we take time and start the table. We have got time, that is time in minutes. Then we have got number of teachers. So teachers that took 1 to 5 minutes were 20. Teachers that took 6 to 10 minutes were 5. 11 to 15 minutes were 2. 16 to 20 minutes were 3. Okay, so the model class, to find the model class, we're going to look at the the class that has the highest number of frequency, or the highest number of teachers, in this case the highest number of teachers. So when you look at 20 here, is the highest, is the biggest number among the numbers of teachers the time they were living. So meaning our model class will be 1 to 5 minutes. So the answer is going to be 1 to 5 minutes. So the model class is the class that has got the highest frequency. Okay, it can be frequency or a number of things, or the number of teachers in this case. Okay. Question 8C2 is as follows. Find the mean. Okay, so for us to find the mean of this information presented in the table, what we need to do is, first we need to understand one thing. Okay, what you can do is, first we need to find the midpoint of these numbers given. Okay, the midpoint of these numbers given. Okay, the number that is on the middle. So to find the number that is on the middle, there are different ways we can do this. First, we can use the method where we add the two numbers given. Like here on number 1, we are given 1 to 5. We can add 1 plus 5, which will give us 6. Then we divide by 2, because there are two terms. Then we divide by 2, which will give us 3. And 3, that is the middle number. The other one is you list the numbers. For instance, we're given 1 up to 5. Then we can list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. Then when you look at these numbers, the number that is on the middle is 3. Again, we can use that method. So whichever is easier for you, you can use it. Okay, so I'm going to use the one of adding. So what we're going to do is, we're going to do like this. Okay, 1 plus, let me add this. 1 plus 5 will give me 6. Then 6 divided by 2 will give me 3. So here the mid number is 3. Then here again 6 plus 10 will give me 16. 16 divided by 2 will give me 8. Here it will be 11 plus 15 will give me 26. 26 divided by 2 will give me 13. Here it will be 16 plus 20 will give me 36. 36 divided by 2 will give me 18. So these are middle numbers. Now, these are the numbers that we are going to use to multiply by the number given. Okay. Now, for instance, we are going to say 3 times 20. Okay. So to find the mean, we're going to say the mean is equal to, so you can say mean by, I'll just write M is equal to, open bracket, 3 by 20, the number of teachers who came between 1 minute and 5 minutes, plus 5 times 8, or 8 times 5, it's okay, plus 13 times 2 plus 18 times 3, like this. The whole of that divided by the total. Here the total we have is 20 plus 5, 25, plus 2, 27, plus 3, 30. So we have got 30 teachers here down. Okay. So we say equal to 3 times 20 will give us 60, plus 8 times 5 will give us 14, plus 13 times 2 will give us 26 plus 26 plus 18 times 3. 18 times 3 will give us 54. If I'm not mistaken, that is 54, yes. The whole of that divided by 30. Okay? Then we say 60 plus 40, 100. 100 plus 26 will give us 126 plus 54 will give us 180. The 180 divided by 30. Okay, so we can even, when we want to divide, we say mean is equal to, so we say is equal to, so we can cancel the 0 on top and the 0 down, so that we remain with 18. 3 into 18, it will go 6 times. Okay, and that 6 times is the mean. 6 is the mean, so the mean is equal to 6. Okay, that is the mean. The mean is 6. Okay, so if you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section. Basically, this is how you find the means of the given crust information or data. Okay, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please, we are down on our knees. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you motivate us to make more videos, and encourage your friends to come to Easy Learning Z so that we can revise together. Remember, Easy Learning Z, the future is bright. See you in the next video, and God bless you.